Executive Center was born of problems that I faced when setting up my first business.
For the past 7 years, this 50-seat co-working space has provided furnished office space for small business owners in Nairobi. My dream has always been to reach the business owners all across Kenya, but despite my best attempts, my previous expansion attempts failed due to high costs and poor management. I resorted to use the internet to distribute my consultancy and outsourcing services, but I knew there was still a large unserved market for physical services. Feeling at the end of my tether, I saw Riara University's consultancy program as a way to help me make that knowledge leap.
The School of Business at Riara University ideally has come in to fill up the gaps that within our business sector. And some areas that we have really seen and where we are really out to fill.
So I wanted to look at the problems in the organization.
Participant-centered delivery models, student-centered delivery models.
For 7 years, I had struggled to expand on my own, but the consultancy program showed me that the secret was to incorporate others, and consultancy itself would become the product. The goal was to have a genius executive center making business simple in all corners of East Africa over the next 5 years. I'd bring on board cyber cafes, incubators, co-working spaces, and other internet-ready business centers to become genius executive outlets in a way that required the minimum setup cost and provided meaningful economic. The line between success and failure would be determined by the model we chose. The Kenyan government had already poured hundreds of millions in large technology products and startup hubs, but these had little, if any, impact in rural areas and to the neediest group. A multi-million digital villages project had failed because of its high-cost structure and was struggling to justify its existence. I was convinced that for the project to be successful, it could not be based in Nairobi, but rather it had to be based in rural Kenya. Broadband, 3G, and rural electrification had already opened up the hinterland, and all that was needed was a model to drive technology-driven businesses. We chose a cyber cafe in Joro, a dusty town in the Rift Valley, to set up the pilot center. And like the digital village project, we'd do more than just to sell internet. We would train the staff to sell our commoditized outsourcing products, furnished office space, and business registration services.
This is creating brand new revenue streams for the rural center and impacting on the lives of young people and small businesses in rural